then if you guys would like me to explain certain things, then this is the Zoom session for that. I don't have like any plan or I joined and I'm trying for this Zoom session. This is just you can take it as a Q&A Zoom session. Kuna umuntu masikela ngokwesintu kwangasikho lokho usikile ake lo buka abathandazi la but mina ngokwami ngingenza nje i-weekly forecast yabo ukuthi mhlambe ngibullish noma ngibearish this week and mhlambe ngishare istance sami kulokho yabo yabo angazi uma ngithanga
akunasimo bengifuna kanjalo vele kodwa angazi singayenza phela kwi-GU ne-dollar
singakwenza kwi-dollar we can
bese kuba i-USD
do a weekly forecast kwi-dollar and then we can do it on DXY. I mean DXY and EU, and then maybe take Nasdaq and S&P 500 because I'm only gonna do one Zoom session, yabo. And njengamanje we are already we have like 30 minutes. Yeah, we have 30 minutes to do that. So I don't know if you guys can see my screen that side. We can start with the dollar index. Hello.
Okay.
Can you guys see my screen? I'm sharing a chart la and palekoni dollar index la. Khuluma nani phela manje sengithule mina ngifuna sikhulume lo Zoom session lo noma ngirecorda but yabo ibani free nani don't be
musu sifundela lapha siyalibona idola.
Okay, so dollar index dollar index was trading at below a discount below the equilibrium of this price leg, and below the equilibrium of the price leg we have sell side here, and then we have inefficiencies here. We also have order blocks, right? If you zoom in on a smaller time frame, this is a weekly. We have this order block, and we have inefficiencies here. We have sell side here. So we took sell side here and here, right? Took sell side. Now we changed, and then we printed a bullish market structure shift after taking sell side, and we filled some inefficiencies somewhere around here on a smaller time frame, and now we are bullish. So this is of course a weekly chart. So on a weekly chart, we have these relative equal lows here, as you can see them that we recently took out. So we have sell side.
So siyithathile sell side sesifuna ukuthatha lapha ni buy side.
So and now we are looking for. So the algorithm takes sell side and then fills an imbalance. Let's just put it at the bottom left like that. So we took sell side, and then let's go to daily and see a more clear structure. So on daily, you can see that after taking sell side here, just gonna use this lower part. Took sell side, and then if you look on this price leg, we had an inefficiency. So I can just extend this. We have a fair value gap here. That price broke above, and then we treated it as an inversion fair value gap, but also above it we have this fair value gap. We have this fair value gap here. So this is daily.
So does that mean it's balanced?
Well, for
Yeah,
now,
balance.
you can just now focus on this price leg here and look for a premium PD array. That price might go after seeing this. I was bullish on dollar earlier, because after seeing price respecting this and closing above here, above these down close candles, I said, okay, now I'm now focusing at premium PD array, which was this fair value gap. So I've been bullish ever since. So we have this daily
And those two
premium.
and the kuleyo fair value gap kune new week opening gap yeah last week.
Yes, so there's another magnet there. This is sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Right. So let's change the color maybe to green so that there we go. So that's what so going into next week, if you look at how we closed above the highs there, if you look at how we closed above the highs there, I think I would just wait for Monday and see how price reacts to these down close candles, right? Because this is like a bullish order block now. So we're gonna open somewhere. I don't know where. If you're gonna open with a gap, maybe we're gonna open with a gap, maybe create a fair value gap, close above this. Then I will continue being bullish and I would expect price to target buy side there, right? So for now, I'm not bullish, nor am I bearish. I'm just somewhere in between. But I will just allow Monday to like paint me a picture of what the algorithm, of where the algorithm wants to go. The weekly candle, where the weekly candle is more likely to go to. Let's go to 4-hour chart. So just to have like a more clear structure of what was happening there. As you can see, that institutional order flow has been bullish, respecting all the BCs. As you can see here, we had a BC and this BC here was respected, and then we also had this. I think on daily. Let me go back to daily. Sorry. Let's go back to daily. I wanna see if you don't have like an order block there. We do. We have this order block, right? This is a daily order block. So this daily order block. So this is how you see that where the institutional order flow. This is how you confirm the direction of the institutional order flow, if it's bullish or bearish. You look at is it respecting the up close candles, the down close candles in a bullish market, and is it respecting the CEs of the fair value gaps in a bullish market? Those are CVs. I mean BCs, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. And if you have like an order block that's in proportion to that, is it respecting that order block? Does it fuel price to move even higher? And that's what has been happening throughout the recent weeks. So we have order block here that supported price there. We rallied higher. We reached the premium of this premium fair value gap, or CB, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency, and then we came back lower. We took sell side, we had an order block there, supported price, and then we took buy side again. We came back, took sell side here, created relative equal lows, and then we rallied higher. Now we have this new buy side inefficiency and sell side imbalance here. And we also have an order block that supported price, right? This is an order block, and then the CE, this is a BC, buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Let's just put this at the bottom there, and then so here. So going into Monday, I want to see these order blocks and the fair value gap right there. Holding price, man, holding price, because if we are bullish for the whole if institutional order flow is still bullish, I want to see how it's gonna react if it trades back into these, and then I'll get my bias from there. If I want to trade euro and cable. So coming into euro, if dollar continues to respect these PDRAs, signaling me a bullish institutional order flow, then of course I'm expecting euro to be bearish. So in the recent weeks, we traded up into that volume imbalance there, which had an OB in it, this order block, right? I'm not gonna annotate that because I want to keep my chart cleaner. So let me just say premium volume imbalance, premium volume imbalance. So traded up into that, and then after that we have this we had the order block here, the order block, because we took buy side, right? We took buy side, then we traded up into that volume imbalance, and then from there we even went as far as reaching the premium, the high actually of that volume imbalance, which I believe was like a CE of this candle. Let me check. Not really. We couldn't reach the CE. We couldn't reach the CE. We couldn't reach the CE, but we traded up into that volume imbalance, and then we printed a bearish order flow, institutional order flow. So coming back down here, we had that buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency, which was filled completely. We hit the order block. I believe we reached the CE here. Let me annotate that. So we have that. And then on Friday, we tested that weekly bullish order block main threshold, so not the CE. CEs are for gaps, like if you have like a volume imbalance, and the weeks, because the market sees the weeks as gaps, so we annotate them as the CE, the center of the week is CE, consequent encroachment, and then for order blocks, it's the main threshold. And then obviously we have relative equal lows here, which is sell side. So I expect euro to target these if I'm gonna be bullish on dollar, on the dollar index. So let's go to daily and see a more clear structure Okay, so on daily on daily we have this fair value gap, which is sell side imbalance. I'm just gonna annotate this as orange. You have this daily sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. Daily. So you have this sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency after trading above the CE. This is the premium volume imbalance CE. Right, middle, left. Yeah, I'm just gonna use like a line. After trading a premium, a discount of this, we left an imbalance, a discount. If I'm going to be bearish, if I am bearish, I don't expect price to now go back to premium of this volume imbalance after leaving an imbalance, a discount of this. So when I saw EU trading up into that daily CB and failing to close above the main threshold of this and leaving a rejection week like this, I was strongly bearish on euro since that the 27th of July. I was strongly bearish on euro because I could see that the candles, I mean, the bodies are telling a story and the wicks are just doing the damage. And you can see even here, there's another sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency that we were just trading to fill. We traded up to fill that and partially that. So we have institutional order flow entry through there, right? That's another sign that the market or the algorithm will show in terms of the candles signaling you that it has more willingness to go lower. It doesn't go fully in, it doesn't fully go inside the fair value gap or sell side imbalance, price side inefficiency in this case. It will just go in partially so and then leave. And you can see I mean, the body can tell you the narrative that, okay, actually I'm bearish, as you can see right there. And then let's go to 4 hour. And then on daily, you also have this discount. If you're looking at this price range, this is a discount fair value gap. This is a discount fair value gap. So fair value gap or buy side in it. It's a PC. And then if you look at the weekly order block main threshold, I think it's also the CE of this, the center of this buy side inefficiency, sell side imbalance. So going into next week, I want to see at least this. I want to see up close candles holding price. If I'm going to be bearish, I expect euro to go below this daily CV, treat it as an inversion fair value gap, and then rally lower to sell side here. Let's go to 4 hour and see if we have any inefficiencies above the highs here that we didn't trade back into. So we have buy side here, and on Thursday, it took buy side, and there was this premium fair value gap there. This is institutional order flow entry drill right there. but you can also, let me just look at the numbers. Let's look at the high of this candle. Let's look at the high of this candle. It comes in at, just confirm with me there. Confirm for me there. It comes in at 1.10652, 1.1064, not 549. So it didn't enter the fair value gap. Well, this is, of course, according to this broker. I don't know about any other broker, but I can say if we did enter the fair value gap, it was an institutional order flow entry drill. It was a pip or so, right? So I'm bearish on euro, and I have this order block. Sorry. We also have this fair value gap that was traded back up into, and then order block, couldn't reach that. And then here, the order block traded back into an order block, and then we ride it lower. We have sell side here, sell side there, and then also we have sell side here. So going to next week, I want to see euro melting to take out sell side here. So I think it's the same for GU. We are now running out of time. We are left with only 10 minutes. So let's go to maybe NASDAQ and S&P 500. So with these analysis, when you have like for instance here on the dollar index, let's take dollar index. If you have like a clear analysis on a hard time frame, when it's time for, let's say you're trading NASDAQ and you have like a clear hard time frame analysis, when you are dropping into the smaller time frame for your silver bullets, you already know what's happening on a bigger time frame, right? You don't get lost on a smaller time frame, because a lot of the time you will get lost on the 1 minute chart if you don't have like an analysis on a hard time frame chart. You will get lost, and you will end up taking trades that are in the opposite direction of your bias if you have one, or maybe holding or overstaying your welcome if you're in a position and you're in profit. And if you're not aware of what's happening on a hard time frame, you might end up breaking even, or end up losing that trade because you don't have like a clear picture of what the hard time frame has been painting. So you want to take a trade that's in the direction of the hard time frame. So you need to know where your weekly draw on liquidity is, as I've shown you guys. For me, yeah.
Konto wayisho ukuthi uma okay sithe kwi-fair value gap noma kwi-volume imbalance siba ne-consequence encroachment.
Yes.
Kwi-order block siba
main threshold.
Okay, wathi kwi-volume imbalance, if usinga let's say we are selling, but asifikanga kwi-consequence encroachment, that means we are coming back.
No,
that means it's a breakaway gap.
Yeah, it could be like a volume imbalance can be a breakaway gap. But you need to understand, like for instance, let's look at this. Maybe let's look here. This was a breakaway gap here. You see? This was a breakaway gap. I think we do have a breakaway gap. That is a volume imbalance on NASDAQ on 4 hour. I think it's visible there. Up there, here. No, here. I think here. This was a breakaway gap. It was a breakaway gap because this is actually when we opened with the gap, né? we took sell
Yeah.
side. This is a market structure shift. So we left an order block here. This is an order block. So we came back, we opened, we hit the low of this order block. Yeah, I think it's more visible on 1 hour. I think on 1 hour you see that. Okay, let's do this. Ish. So we opened with a gap. The gap starts from here. Actually, the gap starts from here to here because it's the opening price and the closing price. But if the gap is from here, what am I doing? Let me just use like a rectangle. I want to show you something. If that gap, let's say this is the new week opening gap, right? Say this is the new week opening gap. You put your line
to the open.
Yes, you use the opening price and the closing. Monday's opening price and Friday's closing price. If you take the fib and measure this, this is the consequent encroachment of this gap, right? Of this
Yeah,
gap.
so we traded to ECE.
So we traded above the consequent encroachment. Let me use solid lines because I'm sure you guys can't see. This is the CE, right? We left, when we opened, we came back, we filled this gap here. This is a gap, right? Another trader would see this gap and expect price to fill it completely. Well, if I'm bearish, I don't expect this thing to be filled completely.
Pardon me?
I'm saying another trader will see this and expect price to come back and fill this gap completely. If I'm bearish, I will not expect price to fill this gap completely. Why? Because if we are bearish, like how we've been bearish on NASDAQ, I see this as a market structure shift. Any retracement back inside this, I'm looking at the PDRs like an order block. And if it's gonna be worse if the order block is a premium of this, because institutional order flow is already bearish. It has no willingness to go up and fill this if it has like a PDR, like a strong PDR, like a bearish order block on a high time frame. So I don't expect price to trade and fill this gap completely. So in that way, you have like a volume imbalance that is a breakaway gap. Like this is a volume imbalance. This is a breakaway. This is a breakaway gap.
Yeah,
So you need to, yes, I don't know if I'm making sense.
If institutional order flow, if it's uma ithi siyasela, angeke sibebikho isidingo sokuthi ijike iyovala leyo gap. But uma ingathi uyijikile yayovala i-gap, that means lowo sell it's kind of short, izoqhubeka ibuyele phezulu.
If there wasn't a PDRA here, if we just opened with a gap, then I would expect it to come back and close. But again, I would look at how we closed after hitting the high of that fair value gap. Let's say, because here you have a high, a low, a higher high, and a lower low. So technically, this is also a breaker, right? So this is a strong PDRA.
Yeah.
This is a strong PDRA. It should hold price. This thing should hold price. If the institutional order flow is bearish, I wouldn't expect it to come back and fill, because now it will now violate the main threshold of this order block if it comes up there, and that means we are no longer bearish, right? So you must also keep those in mind. Or if you have like a